everyone, it's Molly from the Feedfeed, and we are back with some more Thanksgiving recipes. Today I'm going to be making a sausage and sourdough stuffing. So technically speaking, this is actually a dressing because we are not cooking it inside of our bird, but I can never really get used to calling it a dressing, so it's going to be stuffing in my book. So the first thing that we're going to do is break down our sourdough into nice cubes and toast them off in the oven so that we have some nice dry bread to absorb all of the flavor we're working with. Okay, so we're just going to roughly cube this bread. I'm using sourdough because I love the acidity that it adds. It's more flavorful than most breads out there, and I just think it's a really nice way to add flavor to your stuffing. So we're going for about 1-inch cubes here. So our bread is all prepped. I'm just gonna drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'm gonna pop these into a 400-degree oven for about 20 minutes. So while our bread toasts, we are going to prep some of the veggies that are going into our stuffing. So I just have a regular yellow onion, a couple leeks, and some celery. I love a lot of celery. I also sometimes mix it up and maybe do like half celery, half fennel. It's pretty versatile, so whatever you happen to like in your stuffing, go for it. So I'm just gonna give this a quick dice. And then we have some leeks. So leeks are always very dirty and sandy, so cut them in half and give them a nice old rinse. And our celery. And we're gonna get our herbs going as well. Any good stuffing really relies on the flavor of herbs. We've got some parsley, fresh sage, and a little bit of thyme. Okay, so our bread is nice and toasty. It's got that crunch. We are ready to build the rest of our stuffing. So I have some chicken stock that I'm just heating, gentle simmer, and I'm gonna brown off some sausage meat. So I have like a sweet Italian sausage here. You could totally use a hot Italian, you could use a breakfast style sausage. And we're just gonna brown this off like 5 to 7 minutes. Once it's cooked, we're gonna remove it, and we're gonna use some of that pork fat to saute our aromatics. Okay, so our sausage is cooked. I'm gonna add it to the big bowl with our toasted bread. And I'm just using a slotted spoon so that this fat, the rendered fat, stays in the pan, because that's gonna help to further flavor our veggies. To our same skillet, I'm gonna add a little bit of butter. I'm gonna let that melt, and then we're gonna start sauteing our onion, leek, and celery. So these are gonna sort of sweat and soften fairly low and slow for about 10 minutes. And season them with just a little pinch of red pepper and black pepper. So our veggies have softened nicely. I'm just going in with all those fresh herbs that we prepped earlier. And now I'm gonna add 1 cup of dry white wine and deglaze the bottom of this pan and pick up any brown bits left over from the sausage. And then it's gonna smell exactly like Thanksgiving. So we deglazed the pan, we scraped up all the brown bits or the fond on the bottom, and the wine sort of reduced by half, and we are going to dump this whole thing into our bowl with bread and sausage. All right, Jake has joined the party. We're gonna assemble this stuffing all together.
Would you like me to pour?
I would. So let's talk about the stock. So it's like 2 to 3 cups, right? Depending on what you like and depending on like the moisture content of your bread. You don't really know. So we're gonna do like a guess and check approach.
I literally, because I switch my bread every year.
Right.
I do like a combo of honestly whatever leftover bread.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's like if you have bread in your fridge right now that's stale, like cube it up, toast it, throw it in the freezer. You're halfway to stuffing.
So,
okay, so yeah, go for it. All right, let's see. So as you'll see, the stuffing is going to sort of shrink because as we moisten it, the bread is going to
mush
up.
I think we can do all of that.
Take it all.
So you do not do any eggs?
I don't do egg. What's your take?
So
I don't like a bread pudding kind of stuffing.
Oh, I go like full on bread pudding.
Yeah.
Like I want it like.
That's like, okay, I see you, but like that's not my style.
So I do half stock, half apple cider.
Ooh, nice. And do you like temper the egg, or do you just add them whole?
I have them whole.
Yeah.
I'm not like.
Yeah. No reason to get fancy.
Yeah.
All right, let's taste this. I feel like we could even probably use a little more stock. Yeah.
Wow, so good.
I'm gonna do a little salt and pepper. Jake said this, but like I kind of like to just get a little down and dirty with my hands at this point and make sure that it's all really well moistened. Break some of these bigger pieces down. And then it can go right into a buttered dish. You wanna pull that over for me, Jake? Okay, load her up.
This is a two-person job.
Two-person job, and it feeds about 2 people as well.
I know.
And you're gonna think like there's no way that this can all fit in here, but it's gonna happen. And because like back to the egg, because I don't have any binder in here, like we're really just warming this. Like we don't have to worry about it cooking all the way through.
I love that.
So it's totally fine that it's really, really voluminous.
And then it also allows you to like pick at it.
Yeah, and no one will know. All right, last but not least, we're just going to dollop it with a little bit of butter because, you know what, it's Thanksgiving. Okay, so this is gonna go in a 400-degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes. So our stuffing is looking beautiful. You can see it has this texture. It's golden brown, it's got crispy bits, it's soft underneath. So we're just gonna garnish it with a little bit of freshly chopped parsley and some flaky salt and a little bit of red pepper flake.
A little bit of a kick.
All right, let's try it. So good.
That's so good.
Celery is like, do you like celery? It's like one of my favorite foods.
I buy the most amount of celery throughout from January to December.
So you can get the full recipe for this stuffing on the feedfeed.com, and a big thanks to our friends at GE for outfitting Feedfeed Brooklyn with GE Profile Smart Appliances.